So earlier you shared with me about there's about 30 million iPhones in China right now, and maybe 150 million Android phones.
Yes.
How do you see that going over the next year? What's the trend looking like?
We see there's the 3-digit growth year to year. I mean, this year compared to last year is almost triple. Next year we'll see double the digit. Right.
And so between the Android versus the iOS war, who's going to win?
This is a tougher question. I think the market is big enough for both players at this point. Actually, they both are winners. Yeah.
You're very politically correct. Huh?
Consumer they love to have the choices. So they don't just pick one and they say I don't want to try the other. Users they are more and more personalized, so they don't mind to try different of the iPhone or the different model. Even I still think WinPhone has its market share, but just how big depends on how big of the market share.
You think it really has a chance to win those phones coming in this late?
Well, at least WinPhone will be there for next couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah. So who is going to win? Then we all need to think about what's the definition of the winning. Yeah, what's the timeline and what's the how's the market share. Right? But of course, the Windows WinPhone will be there for another while.
Okay, that's good to know. So a lot of our audience are marketers or advertising agency people. It'd be helpful for them to understand what percentage of your revenue is coming from advertising versus user fees or other types of sources, and how does the advertising portion break down?
Our revenue mainly coming from two sources. One is the mobile games. Online mobile games. That's account about probably 50% for the revenue. As I mentioned to you earlier, we see there's a big jump from last year to this year because we see seven times growth at least. And the other revenue resource coming from advertising and of course the growth is not as big as the mobile game, but we still see 3 to 5 times growth, right? And the money mainly coming from the industry advertisers. We don't see
other apps that are trying to be promoted on your store. Right?
Yes, other apps promoted on the stores, right? And we do hope there are more and more brand advertisers to come to the market.
Well, what do you think is keeping brand advertisers from doing more in their own apps or in promotions online? Why is so much of the current advertising spent on mobile in industry type of advertising?
I think for most of the advertisers, they advertise on mobiles. They are result driven. They want to see the result, right? But so far we don't see any good a good system to prove that there's a result for brand advertiser yet.
Okay.
Right. So if we can develop a system that can show brand advertiser here's the result. Then if you put $1 here, then you can see this and that. Then probably they will bring in more brand advertiser to the market. Right?
Yeah. Okay. And a lot of brand advertisers are actually doing their own branded apps, right, with their custom content. Is there any suggestions you have for those people who are trying to do these apps? How do you do it better? How do you make it so it's actually sticky and useful to the customer instead of just being a one-time download?
I think the best way for those brand advertisers to do the apps is combine the app with game. Yeah, and that's the most sticky way and the most efficient way to brainwash the type user.
Brainwash.
Because once you play games, you probably spend hours and hours on it, right? So
okay.
you get the best exposure.
So do you mean making custom games, or do you mean taking games that are already on the market and just sponsoring those games?
Either way is fun. Either way is fun, right?
Okay. And then once they make these apps, whether they're game related or not, what do you think is the best way to promote these apps so that they get as many downloads as possible from real active users?
I think number one, to identify what kind of apps they are. Are they game, or are they e-commerce app, or they're just a tool to help user to solve the daily problem. So, but the best result I think is that you just don't do you just don't publish it. You also do it with an event. You need to build up a good exposure in different media channel, and then you also make sure you have a very good user experience, because nowadays word of mouth is still the most powerful tool to promote your ad.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Can you give us an example of what you think was a good case study of somebody that did it right, and the result of that actual campaign?
Oh, last year we did an event with two events. One is with Taobao. They do those gift drawing, lucky draw. Yeah, right. And they not just promote through our portal, and they also promote on their own portal. And we do see they draw a huge crowd to download this app. And we also did an event with Letao, another e-commerce company.
They do shoe sales. Right?
They do shoe sales. That's correct. And they did Miaosha.
It's I guess it's like instant purchase.
Yeah, instant purchase with a deep discount, right? So it's also generate a big downloads for those apps, right?
Okay.
So that means that a lot of the consumer they want to get result with their mobile phone, and they also don't mind to actually the one thing I've learned is that mobile e-commerce is very good with the impulse purchasing or even driving stuff, right?
Okay. Well, I think we're running out of time here, but is there maybe one last advice for particularly brand-based advertisers of what they should be doing more on mobile to take advantage of this new trend that we're all seeing?
I think one thing we're all clear is that mobile is the trend for everybody. You spend more than 90% of your time in your life with your mobile, right? Sometimes I've been joking with people. Your relation with mobile is more close than your wife. So definitely you want to figure out how to link the mobile with your product, and with how to fulfill the need of the consumer through the mobile, right?
That's great advice for all of us. So, well, thank you, Joe. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Alvin.
And thank you for coming in and joining our episode this time. Thank you. See you next time.